Okay, so today we're going to be working on our practice for our next project, which is about the rainforest. We're going to be creating a Caiman picture, which they're related to alligators. They're just a little more crocodile-like, so we'll be creating that picture next week. But today, like I said, we're going to be doing some practice. So you're going to be getting a piece of paper where we're going to be doing some drawing and using markers and spray. And then you're also going to be working on some more practice in this book, so page 9 and 10. So I'm going to first start with this one. So you're going to get a white piece of paper. And I'm going to write my name, Mrs. K, and one on there, and then flip it over. Okay? And on this paper, if you want to do leaves, you could do flowers, you can do anything you want. No wrong thing. Remember, this is just a practice. And you can have another little leaf here if that's what you choose. Going off the page, I can have another little one. Whatever you want, okay? Maybe a little bit, one kind of come in there. So I just drew some simple designs on here with markers. Like I said, I did leaves. It could be flowers. You know, don't really worry about it too much. So then you're going to get a piece of aluminum foil, okay? And this is really fun. I think you'll like it. So you're going to take your markers, and you can color it in. So you can use whatever colors you want. So you're just coloring this, and I'm doing kind of a random design. I'm just adding some colors all around. I'm going to kind of use just these warm colors. I'm kind of liking that. Going to go in there. So I've colored in on my aluminum foil with my markers. Then you're going to get a spray bottle, and you're going to spray it. So you want to spray it so you get some of the colors get nice and wet. You don't want to keep spraying that you wash off all the colors, because then you won't have any cool designs. Then you're going to take the part with your picture on it, and you're going to place it upside down, kind of like a print, and then you're going to rub the back. Okay, once you've rubbed it, you're going to peel it apart, and you get this really cool print. So if I wanted some color down there, I could take this and do a little more color on it and then kind of go over that area, but I like it the way it is. It's a good practice. And then you're going to get a paper towel, and we're going to save these foil pieces. So you just kind of wipe it off so you can use it again, and then it's ready for the next person. Then these little practice papers are going to go off to the counter so they can dry. Then you're going to get your little art technique book and open to page 9 and 10. And this is just some practice with the markers, using wet brushes and things like that. So I like to, since it's wet, I'm going to take a paper towel and put it underneath my little booklet. Okay, let me grab a brush real quick, sorry. So I've taken my paper towel just to protect it. And then this first section, it's marker practice. It says painting with markers, and says color with marker, paint with wet brush. So when you color with marker, you're gonna work in this little square. You can kind of create a design if you want with patterns. And the nice thing with this, you don't have to have it completely colored in, okay? So I'm just kind of working in that square. Then you're going to take your brush and dip it in a little bit of water, and then you'll paint. And what's going to happen, since these are water soluble, the paint or the water is going to kind of make that marker kind of dissolve and kind of work and bleed together. So it'll kind of keep working as we're working on another section, okay? And this one says dip marker in water and paint with marker. Only use the dry marker. So I've got a whole box with dry markers. So these are markers that look like this. So you can see, I can do a little practice what a dry marker looks like. Then I can take my water, and when you dip it, you don't want to hold it in there. You just want to literally dip and lift it out. So dip and lift it out. And then you can see how it kind of revives the marker, okay? And then make sure you, even those are dry, put that cap back on, okay? And this last one says color marker on the foil or plastic, spritz with water, lay paper on top. So it's just what we did before. We just gonna practice it again. So it's a smaller section, so I can use a smaller section here. Maybe I'll use a little bit of blue. Okay, give it a little spritz. Maybe one more spritz, there we go. Then I'm gonna take this paper, the whole thing. I kind of keep the paper towel under there. I kind of hold my fingers on the right side and left side. And then I'm gonna place this right on top. Rub it, lift it up. And I have kind of what I had before. And then I can kind of wipe this off for another group. So what I did notice this time is there's an area here that's a little white, a little more white paper showing. Well, it means that I probably didn't spray that area enough. And if this was my final project, I would probably just go in, give it a little spritz, and then do it again. But this is just practice, so I'm not too worried about it. And if you want to color in your rainforest leaf here with crayons or markers, you can totally add that, do that as well. So we're just working on 9 and 10. And then when you're finished with these, we're not gonna put it in your folders yet, okay? We're just gonna put it right over on the counter so it can kind of dry, and then I'll put it in the folder when this paper is ready, okay? So that's what we'll be working on today. Just a little marker practice, and I call it painting with markers since we're adding water.